Yo, what is going on, guys? It's 21 J-Man here. Hello. And today I have a really old PC that I found. It's one of those really old, you know, those stereotypical old Dell PCs. It's basically one of those. So yeah, it's got some hardware here. I took all the motherboard and stuff out. There's all the screws. I took most of the components out except for a couple of like disk drives over here and a hard drive under here. I basically had to rip the freaking heatsink off the CPU to get to it. Cause all the other stuff is down there. There's like the side panel, power supply is down there, which it's only like 50 watts, I think it said. This is the little cover for this fan here that was right there. You see where these vents are? It was right there, and it was the exhaust. But, you know, it just, had to take it out to get the motherboard out, because it's plugging into the motherboard. And, yeah, the IO shield is still in there, though. It's right there. But, yeah, this is all the stuff I have. Now, I'm not exactly sure what this is. I'm pretty sure it's like one of the internet thing, because it's got two Ethernet ports here. I can just take this out right now if I want to. Oh my gosh, this thing is really hard to get out, especially with one hand. And this is PCI, not PCIe, like almost any other motherboard made within the past almost 10 years is. But just older PCs like this. Man, this is hard to get out. Give me 1 second, I can't quite get it. I cannot get this thing out. I don't understand. You know what? I'm just gonna set this down for 1 sec. You can have a look at these screws for a second, and yeah. There we go. No, if you guys can tell, I got it out. Alright. It's little PCI slots. Well, let's just do that. Oh, jeez. Oh no, that's bad. There. Probably not going to use much of this anyway. I'd probably use the case for some sort of thing. But yeah, there's the little CPU. I can take it out. I actually had to take it out because it stuck to the heatsink, and I put it back in. So, take it out for a sec. It's an old Pentium. You can't quite see the writing on here because it's stuck with really old thermal paste. Yeah, it's one of the Intel CPUs. Focus. Come on, focus. Yeah, it's really small, like most CPUs are like this. My gosh, why can't you freaking focus? But yeah. It's a Pentium, which is, and it's really old Pentium. I have to put it in like this, and then most people, when they put it back the CPU in, just place it in there, and most of the time it should just fall into place. And you pull this down. You gotta put some pressure on it. You're gonna feel like you're breaking it, but most of the time you're not gonna be breaking it unless you put it in the wrong way, which is really hard to do. And when I figured out how much this frickin' RAM was, I was like, oh my gosh, that is how did people live? Well, a lot of cheap laptops today usually have like at least 2 gigabytes of RAM or more. This, I'm not sure if it's gonna focus. Come on, focus. Well, what it actually says is that it's 256 megabytes of RAM. Megabytes. That is freaking wow. That is so freaking small. That's such a freaking small amount of RAM. Most PCs nowadays have like a standard of 8. I almost put this in the wrong way. Right. And plus, the RAM's usually the easiest thing to install anyway. At least I've heard. Okay. The RAM's back in. As you can see, and this is a little thing that's covering some sort of chip. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, this is old, you can tell, because here's the mouse input. This is for the mouse, this is for the keyboard. And for reference, this is my finger, and look how tiny these little things are. They're like only, it's like and there's little USB ports here, Ethernet, audio, and three different display outputs. I found this in an old box with a Dell monitor, with a really old Dell monitor, this whole PC here, and yeah, I just found all that stuff in there. It came with a keyboard, mouse, monitor, and yeah. The keyboard isn't that bad, but everything else is, whoa, everything else is just like, oh my gosh, that's so old. Just look at that CPU. But, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I had no idea we had this. Anyway, thank you guys again so much for watching. And I'll see all of you guys later. Peace out and bye-bye, everybody. Love you all. Subscribe for more. See you later. Now just look at that CPU, boy. Pentagon.